Hello and welcome to Friday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we're going to start by saying happy birthday to Math Pesto. Math Pesto, it's your birthday. I know this because your partner Mick wrote in and said, could we wish you happy birthday? And telling us how much, I think joy is the right word, joy you get from the world of Sudoku. And indeed recommending a puzzle for us to have a look at. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to have a look at Carnival. Which I think it's just normal killer Sudoku, having a quick look at the rules. And I found it on Logic Masters Germany. And look at the comments on this. Sujoiku says a killer Sudoku masterclass. ICHTUES, who's a fantastic solver and setter, says this is genius. John Reed says definitely one of the best puzzles I've solved in a long time. I mean, the comments on this are just so good. Codex says it's so much fun. I just solved it again. Snooker fan says top-notch easy killer. So this, I think, is going to be very special indeed. 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty. And Math Pesto, many, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake is exceptionally well iced. Now, before we get stuck in and try and solve the puzzle, there's a few things to mention. Firstly, let's start off. This is actually the second video I've recorded today, because this morning I had a go at the most extraordinary Times crossword puzzle by an old friend of mine, John Guyver, who frankly created a masterpiece. Today's Times crossword is absolutely astonishing, full of there's a whole smattering of extraordinary clues that would all be contenders to be clue of the year. So if you do enjoy cryptic crosswords, do check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. Quick teaser, over on Patreon, we're not that far away from the 1st of February, where we're going to have a rather brilliant new hunt for you. I probably best not reveal too much about that yet. Well, no, I can. It's Duality 3 by the Skunk Works. I know that many of you will have done Duality 1 and Duality 2. We have got Duality 3 coming up on the 1st of February. We've been testing the puzzles. They're fantastic as always. And I think it's going to be a very special Patreon reward. I know that we need to draw the winner of this month's competition, and I will get on to Mark does that. He uses some Excel random number generator to do it. So I'll try and get you the name of the winner in the next day or so. What else can I tell you about? Let me look at my list. I've got other birthdays to do besides Math Pestos, so why don't we do those? I'll start off by saying a very happy 28th birthday to Christian. Christian, your girlfriend Anna wrote to me, and I think the two of you both watch together every day, which is incredible. Thank you so much, both of you, for doing that. Christian, I hope you have a great 28th birthday, and I hope the chocolate cake is mighty fine, of course. Next, somebody who is currently in San Diego, Emily. Emily, you've turned 22 today. I know this because your brother Jacob wrote to us. Most lovely email telling us that you were away from home. I think you're doing a master's degree in nursing. I'm wanting to let you know that he loves you very much and is looking forward to celebrating properly when you get home, when chocolate cake, apparently, which is your favourite, is guaranteed. I am assured. So Emily, many, many happy returns. And then finally, Katie. Katie, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your husband Andrew wrote to me and said, could I wish you a happy birthday? Which of course I can. I have a feeling the two of you watch as well. I may have done this birthday announcement the other way round and wished Andrew a happy birthday from you, Katie. That's just ringing a bell in the back of my head. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But Katie, I hope you have a great birthday today. Many happy returns. That's all the news. That is all the news. I'm looking forward to having a go at this. Let's have a go at Carnival, birthday present for Math Pesto, who's featured on the channel a lot before. But I haven't done a Math Pesto puzzle in at least, it feels like a couple of months at least. So let's have a go at this together. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Digits in a cage cannot repeat. and must sum to the given total. So let's look at this 11 cage. So what we can't do here is something like 3, 3, 5. That won't work, because although those digits do add up to 11, and these threes aren't in the same Sudoku unit, they're not sharing a column, row or box, they do share a cage, and that's too naughty for words. You'll get the puzzle wrong. So we can't repeat digits in a cage, but we just have to make sure those 3 digits add up to 11, those add up to 22, those add up to 8, etc. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. There are a couple of things I can see straight away here. It looks like, well, 3 cell 8 cages, of which there are some actually, and 3 cell 22 cages. Each of those only has 2 ways of being composed. So, for example, a 22 cage can only be 5, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 9. It's the only 2 ways of making 3 different Sudoku numbers add up to 22. An 8 cage is only 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. So I wonder if this is about 1s or 9s. So there must be a 9 in the 22 cages. I mean, this is a dreadful pencil mark across. It is a dreadful pencil mark, but I can get rid of it. Right, what I was going to say. So when I put these corner marks into boxes normally, it's normally box logic. So let's say I made that pencil mark. That would be saying in this 3x3 box, 9 is in only one of 2 positions. Now, when I know 9 is in one of these positions in the cage, I'm skewing my own logic there, because I'm not saying the 9 in this box is in one of 2 positions. But I can actually get round this problem, I think, because I don't think that can be a 9. If this was a 9, you couldn't put 9 in that 22 cage where I know there is a 9, because that cell sees the whole cage, so that's actually not a 9. That only works that way round, doesn't it? It doesn't work the other way round. I don't think it does anyway. No. Okay, sorry. All right, what I will do, I do know these are different flavours of 22 cage, because imagine they were the same flavour. Imagine that was 589 and this was also 589. That won't work in row 2, will it? Because then we're selecting those 4 digits from just 3 different numbers. So actually what we might do is colour them. Let's make this, I don't know, what colour? Let's make that yellow, and that one can be orange. They are different flavours of 22 cage. So that, right. Yeah, okay, so that's the same here, isn't it? These 8 cages are either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Now, whatever flavour that one is different from that one. Because again, if this was 1, 3, 4 and this was 1, 3, 4, we'd have too many 1s, 3s and 4s in row 4. So okay, so that same logic in column 2 then. So this cage is a purple cage, because again, whatever green is, let's say green was 1, 3, 4, this can't be 1, 3, 4, so this must be the same. These are both the same cage. Right. I mean, I don't know if it matters, but that sort of logic we did with this, the end of the dog leg here regarding 9, I can do it with 1 there. This can't, I know all these 8 cages have 1 in them, but I know this can't be a 1 because you couldn't put 1 in the green. So that's a green cage by this logic that says we can't have too many digits the same in row 7. So that's got a 1 in it somewhere. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Because the one in this 8 cage is in these 2 cells, I can get the 1 actually in this one, can't I? It's got to be here. Now, What's that doing? I mean, I can see it's locking a 1. It's locking a 1 out of the 11 cage. Now, the 11 cage does have to have a 2 in it. Because imagine it didn't. It definitely doesn't have a 1 in it because of this 1. If it didn't have a 2 in it as well, the minimum it could have in it would be 3, 4, 5. And 3, 4 and 5 add up to 12. So there is a 2 in it. Which I don't think I can do anything with that. I mean, I know either the green cage or the purple cage is 1, 2, 5. So let's say it was purple. I don't know if that's... I don't think it's doing anything. The same is true of that 11 cage, actually. That also hasn't got a 1 in it, so that has a 2 in it. So that has a 2 in it. So both those 11 cages have 2 in them. I'm really, really adulterating my pencil marking today. I apologise for that. And the 11 cage is going to have 2 more digits in it, isn't it, that add to 9. Which... that's it, isn't it? Right. So, oh, no, hang on. Oh, I could have done this immediately. I didn't see this at all. Right. So, I don't know if I was meant to do this straight away. I didn't do it. Row 4 and row 7. Where do you put 7, 8 and 9 in them? That's right, isn't it, actually? Hang on. That might not be right. No, it is right. It is right. Yeah, because, in fact, I'm going to change my mind again. I'm going to go back to the 11 cage. I'm just going to check that my logic is sound here. So what I was thinking is this. The 11 cage, and I think it's true for both of these 11 cages, neither of them have 1 in them, and they already have 2 in them. And they need 2 more digits that sum up to 9, which now can't be 1, 8 and can't be 2, 7 because you'd repeat the 2. Now, they could be 3, 6, but they can't be 4, 5, I don't think, because if they were, in fact, it might have helped if I pencil marked this a bit more liberally to show you this, but if this was a 2, 4, 5 cage, the question I would have is in row 7, where are we putting 6, 7, 8 and 9? Because remember the 8s are only either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. They never have a digit bigger than 5 in them. So if we were doing this, we'd have 6 digits in row 7 selected from 5 different numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That cannot be right. We will break Sudoku. So I think it is right to say that this is 2, 3, 6. And it must also, therefore, be true by symmetry, or by identical logic, to say this is 2, 3, 6. And that does allow that point to exist, doesn't it? So maybe that was the way to start this, to note that 7, 8 and 9. But no, you have to go through it. You've got to force 2 into the 11 cage to do that logic. So I think it is fair. I think I have done that in the order that Math Pesto intended. And the same is true here. So this is also 7, 8, 9. But I've got a 9, haven't I, in these 2 yellow ones. Gosh, this is really fascinating, actually. So now, don't joke about my brain. My brain is fascinating to me. In a 22 cage, because it's either 5, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 9, it's always got a 7 or an 8 in it. And that is, so this is a 7 or an 8 now, because this cage, and that one, well, we know that 7, 8 isn't in orange anyway. Now, how do we do this then? Can we... One thing we can do... Yeah, in both of these 11 cages, we can ask where the 6 is. Because in row 7, for example, we can't put the 6 here. because this will be a 2-3 pair and we'll be in exactly the same position at all as before. We wouldn't be able, we'd be filling 6 digits in row 7 with the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the 6 must be in this domino, so it's not there. And the same is going to be true here. So this, yeah, okay. So now what we might do, see that digit is a green digit. This is getting a bit more subtle now, but that digit here, this is a green digit because it's a 2 or a 3. Therefore, it definitely lives in one of the versions of an 8 cage. It's either, because all 8 cages are either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Whatever this is has to be in one version, but it can't be, because of this funny dogleg rule, it can't be in the purple one. So it must be a green digit and be over there. Now, what about that one then? I'm not sure. So there's definitely a green 2 or 3 in there. Do I know the colour of this green digit? That would be a nice thing to know. I feel like that would be. I feel like it would be a nice thing to know. I just don't know how we're meant to know it. Not sure. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. No. I'm going to do this differently then. This is a really interesting puzzle. I love the fact that, I mean, I don't know how many killer Sudokus I've done in my life, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's thousands. It's thousands conservatively. It might be tens of thousands. But I love the fact that I can be doing one that's supposedly 2 stars out of 5 difficulty and still discover sort of new things that I'm doing. So I'm now thinking this puzzle might be about 2s and 3s in these cages, because I know 11 cages contain both flavours of 2 and 3. So there must be a purple 2 or 3 in this, because this has got 2 and 3 in it. I know this is a green 2 and 3. So the purple 2, 3 must be in here, and because it's a purple 2, 3, it must be there. Which actually may not do anything. But well, so I know that's one of them. Yeah, okay, but it's this is okay. So now I'm going to think about 4 and 5 in row 4. Now 4 and 5, we can see from what we've pencil marked already, we haven't pencil marked 4s and 5s. 4s and 5s can't be in the same 8 cage because they'd add up to 9 already. So one of them is in purple and one of them is in green. And that means that, so say this had 4 in it and this had 5 in it. There must be a 1 in one of these 2 cells, because you can't put 2 1s in row 4. And the other digit is going to be a 2 or a 3. Because for what, it's a bit hard to see this, but in one of these cages, let's say this was 1. Then there's going to be a 1 in this domino along with a 4 or a 5, which makes this a 2 or a 3. So these 2 digits here are always from 1, 2 and 3. And we've got a sort of similar setup in row 3 to what we've got actually in row 6. Now what that means is we can ask the question, where does green 2, 3 go in box 2 of all things? Because it's not in those 3 cells, because there's this 1, 2, 3 triple. So it's not in those 2. It's clearly not this digit because that's a purple digit. So it's not in those two, and it's not there, and it can't go in a 22 cage. The minimum digit you can put in a 22 cage is a 5. So it's there. That is a green 2 or 3, which means green 2 or 3 is in one of those. Now, how do we do something with that then? That is the question. Do I know the answer? Yeah, there's a sort of weird geometric stuff going on here. Like, I can now see this digit can't be a 1, because you then couldn't put 1 in box 2. If you did make this a 1, let's just look at that. You couldn't put 1 in its column. You can't put it in a 22 cage, and you can't put it in these cells because there's a 1, 2, 3 triple in the row, so that won't work. So that's definitely not a 1. So these squares include green 2, 3. I mean, it's almost impossible for this to be green, for this to be a 2 or a 3. Well, it definitely can't be a 2. It can only be a 3 if that's 3, 8, 9, this 20 cage. So we almost know that that's green 2, 3. Oh, okay, here's a weird point. Here is a weird... This is bizarre. There's something very unusual about this puzzle. It's one of these puzzles as well that I'm not sure that I'm just doing it all wrong, but I've just seen something else. Where's 1 in box 1? Now, because to understand this point, we're going to have to think about a facetious question, so forgive me for asking this. Hopefully it's obvious to you all where 1 is. 1's in one of these 2 cells. That's the answer to that question. But the way to see that, the way to know that that must be true, is to think about a question like, how many 1's are there in column 1 of this puzzle, if we complete it correctly? And hopefully you're all going to say, well, there's 1, 1. Correct. How many 1's are there in this column, in column 2 of the puzzle? You're all going to tell me there's 1, 1. Correct. So in the first 2 columns of any Sudoku, there are exactly 2 1's. But I know that there's a 1 in those greens, and I know there's a 1 in those purples. So that's the 2 1's that must exist in these 2 columns, isn't it? So none of those cells can be a 1. That's impossible. That would be a third 1 in 2 columns. That will break Sudoku. I definitely can't put a 1 in a 22 cage. So 1 in box 1 is in one of these 2 cells. See, this is going to make my pencil marking really terrible, but 1 cannot be there then. That's impossible. So now in this cage, the 1 goes there, which means that is the 1 in this 8 cage again. Now, now we're getting somewhere. This is a 1 by Sudoku. This is a 1 by Sudoku in box 4. Let's double click the 1's. Ooh, okay, so 1 in box 2 now is in one of 2 cells. Oh, that's weird. Right, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Because now we can look... Where's 1 down here? By Sudoku, it's in one of these 2 cells. It definitely cannot go in a 20 cage. We can't fill these 2 digits with cells that add up to 19. There's no possible way. So this is 1. This is not green. So this is green, and now it must be 3. Because if it's 2, we can't make these 2 cells add up to 18. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. So this is going to do huge things in this puzzle. It is going to do huge things because now the purple digit is a 2, which must go with a 5. So we can fill in all sorts of things. So 3's and 4's in the green cages. This 2 makes this a 2 and this a 6. Oh, 2, okay. So we never had a colour for 6. So maybe we shouldn't have a colour for 5. Maybe we say one of those is dark green, one of these is dark green. Maybe that's a fairer way to keep pencil marking. Where's Where's 2? Where's the purple 2 in this box? I think it has to be there, doesn't it? Seems forced. This is a 3 now, which that is a green digit, so we can put that in. Whoops. So this is a 2-6 pair. Oh, but my 3 does the 3 and the 4 down here. Ah, this is very nice indeed. Now this is a 3 by Sudoku. And can we get the... No, maybe I can't get the 3 in box 1. I thought I might be able to. But I can get 3 in box 7 then. I suppose a question we could ask where 3 is in column 3. That might be the way we could ask that. So that's 3. Where is... Yeah, this is lovely. Where's 2 in box 1 now? It's got to be up here in the corner. It's in one of these 2 cells. So 2 in box 7 is now there. Let's give that purplification. Let's get rid of my... I shouldn't have 1s as coloured, should I? I don't think. Let's double click our 1s, in fact. Can we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the grid? Oh, okay, sorry. Look, we can't put... Oh, look, yeah, this has been available for ages. The moment this was a 3, this is an 8-9 pair. So this is a 1 in the corner. This is a 1, this is a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. All our 1s. All your 1s belong to us. This is a 7 now because of this 8-9 pair. Oh. Why can't... Oh, no, that can't be a 9 because we worked out that funny logic at the start. So this is an 8. That's a 9. That's a 7 now. So now this 9 here forces 9 in row 4 to be there. So that forces 9 to be here. That forces 9 to be here. Oh, it's lovely, this. Now this is 5 or 6. This orange cage hasn't got 8 in it at all. So it must be a 6-7 pair along with the 9. That means that this one is the 5-8 pair, and we know the order. 8 and 5 go into the grid. 8 can just be placed in box 8. 4, 5, 7. I mean, these are 4, 5, 7. We might want to think about this cell, though. These 2 digits add up to 11. So this could be 4 or 7 or 6. Okay, no, I know how we'll do this. Where's 5 in row 9? It's only got 1 position, and that's there. And that means this is a 6 to make the maths of the 13 cage work. So these digits here are 4, 7, 9. I don't know if we can do that. We probably can. I can't quite see how. I mean, I can see this is not 9. Those digits are known, aren't they? Well, they're 2, 5, 6. Maybe, I mean, I'm reluctant to do it, but I am actually going to remove the colouring from my... Oh, 9 I can just put into box... Maybe 9 should have its own colour, actually. 9's a lovely colour. We should give it its own colour. That's a 9 in the middle of the grid. Oh, look, 9s are getting... Yeah, 9s are getting placed. Those are both 9s just by Sudoku. So we can fill those in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one more, which is there. That's good. We can do that one. So this is going to be 8. We didn't give 8s a colour, did we? We have got quite a few. Let's give 8 a colour. Oh, bad 8, naughty 8. I don't think 8s are quite as propitious, although I have got an 8 by Sudoku in box. Actually, no, we're still going with 8s. Still go. Oh, no, you can do all the 8s. You can do all the 8s the same way. It's just following the chain around, and that is all 9 8s now. So should we go for... I don't know. There's 5. I can put 5 into box 2 just by Sudoku. Oh, okay, now that's okay. 4, 7, 7, 4. 7 is in a domino at the top of column 2. The 4 is doing the 4 and the 3, and we know that the 3 deserved its greenification, didn't it? So that digit is now 3, which means that digit's 7. So let's just colour those in. Okay, that 7 is lovely. So that's 7, that's 6, that's 7 by Sudoku, that's 7. Oh my, is this just filling in now? It might be. 4, 6, yeah, 4, 6, 6, something, 5 probably, I think. In this row, what have we not put in? 4. This digit's a no, that's a 5. Okay, so we have got a 2, 6 pair in that column. But, I mean, I actually almost feel like we are on the home straight here. Famous last words. 2 and 5 in the top row. Yeah, I can put the 5 in. What's that digit then? 6 probably. What does this row need? A 2, I want to say. 2, 6, 5. So that's a 6, that's a 6, and that's a 2. That is a beautiful puzzle. I haven't double-clicked all my 2s. And ones I didn't give a colour in the end, which was probably remiss of me. 3s, have I made all my 3s green? I think, I feel like it might be correct. Yes, absolutely beautiful. That's a lovely puzzle. Actually, I'm sort of tempted by what Codex said, that it's so good I want to just resolve it now. Because I have a feeling I could have got the 7, 8, 9 triples in these rows really fast if I'd seen it a bit differently. I've also got a feeling that maybe I was meant to start in box 1, because the moment I started to think about box 1 seemed to reveal all sorts of secrets incredibly quickly. But it's a beautiful puzzle, isn't it? It's a lovely, lovely idea, executed with great panache. And a really nice way to spend a little bit of time on a Friday. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and happy birthday to Math Pesto. Bye now.